Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to get started on the Royal Academy, which is going to be, in fact, on top of this big mountain here. Let's first load up on resources though, and try to clean up my inventory. My voice probably sounds different this time, and that's because I got the hardware upgrade, which means now I have an actual mic that's on my face that captures my voice much better, and I don't have to worry about constantly slamming into my computer's internal microphone. So that's the good news for today. The second good news that I am also very glad to share with you all is that I have managed to figure out how to use complementary shaders in a way that does not slow down my game to a slideshow. This means that starting from today, we'll be able to see me play the game on a much more saturated shader. So that's cool. And what's also cool is that if you enjoyed my videos, for you to subscribe. Now for the building part. There are so many stairs. Imagine me in real life, my knees will hurt from this many stairs. But I can show you the build site, and it is over here. Did I forget a bed? I probably did. Let's start building anyways. I've gotten the path somewhat planned out. Okay, there's no bed. Great. And the current plan is that there will be a big academic building here. Let me fix what that creeper did really quickly. This is one big academic building. Here's another big academic building. Here's the third academic building. Here is a little gazebo for the students to relax, and we will figure out where the dorms go somewhere around here. So, and there's also this walkway here where we can plant some glowberries for extra cool vibes. But before I get started, let me go grab my bed since I expect to be here for more than a day. Because this is non-trivial. Oh, and I forgot to turn on distant horizons. That's why it's so foggy. Let's get our bed. I love the view of Lower Lithos from here. What happened to my health bar? Much better. And yes, I did forget my stone cutter. Why is there so much to remember to bring? This is so complicated. I need help. And this, if you're curious, this is gonna be a very nice guest house for the guests that the royalty invites. I was working on this off camera, so this will be something good to look forward to when it's completely done. But the academy is the big thing that I am trying to do, and this will be a nice mansion of sorts. One of the quirks of the Liberty Villager mod pack is since I disabled cat despawning, somehow wandering critters don't despawn, but that's little compared to the perks that it brings for us. We want to start easy with this walkway, so let's do that. I am thinking about diorite walls. Why on earth can you not jump on top of these? I do not understand. 3, 4. And I think more basalt should do us the trick. What do we use? We use the concentric one, okay. Oh wait, it's actually linear. Actually, I want to make it with diorite. Let's see how this looks. I want this to be a bit lower. We can design this together. We'll create a big arch, just that. Make it look better. Let's find out. I think it's benefit from some of these, except I don't have enough of these. So let's get our shulker monster set up. Black stone bricks are probably a good idea. I actually like how this is looking. Of course, we're out of diorite. So let's get the diorite cut. If you're curious why I'm carrying a brush with me, that's because I'm also spending time off camera trying to excavate a trail ruin. And that is not the most, say, juicy thing to make a video about, so I haven't featured it in any video, but it's something cool I'm doing in the background because, hey, it's Minecraft. It's about trying fun stuff. I think this is so better. Yeah, that's better. The next challenge is figuring out how to do the diagonal part, because this is a good design when it's linear. It's not that much of a good design when it's bendy, let's say. Almost time to crash. We've just gone to bed, so it's pretty much almost time for us to go to bed as well. Okay, this bed is mine now. We're back with another day of more building. We are slightly running short on diorite walls, so let us make a sufficient quantity of those. And I think I mentioned black stone. black stone bricks. And I have to figure out how to do this. The roof probably can just snake in between here. Oh, and there's supposed to be diorite. Great. I was like, don't tell me we're out of diorite. Okay, we have some more. That's good. Let's leave with this for now and hope that it looks decent. Let's just pretend that we're facing this direction, shall we? And let's see how this goes. Because honestly, I don't know if it will work or not. And this one less wide. Seems like we need a new plan. Let's see if this will serve us justice. That's looking even weirder. The size is so slippery. It's looking awkward. I am not speeding up any footage here, so it's honestly taking a bit more time than usual for me to design this. Does this look half decent? I think it does. Though I'm still skeptical about the fact that roof is sort of hanging there. I think that serves it justice. Now let's rinse and repeat this. Oh wait. Now this is on the same, it's adjacent, not diagonal. Okay, that just created a lot of more issues out of nowhere. Oof, that's intense. Let's try to focus on what we can do with these. These will stay where they were. This is in the wrong place. So it's a bit strange, and I'm expecting it to look a bit strange. Yeah, at least it kind of worked out. Let's put it this way. Let me think. This is honestly one of the most confusing things I've ever done in Minecraft. Okay, this looks much better. And now it's time to copy all of that mess to the other side. Great. And that's another day put into this project. Yeah, at least the straight ones are easy. Ish. I do have to install the roof on this. My only complaint with complimentary is it gets dark pretty early. It's not like BSL where there's like a giant afterglow, so it gets dark to a point that I can't see what I'm doing very early, I would say, compared to BSL. Comment down below what's your favorite shader, and if I get a chance, I actually might try it in one of the future videos. The only caveat is I hope it's compatible with a Mac, because that's what I use, and I don't really have a plan of switching to another laptop in the near future. Because I have tried to use, I think, Photon it is, and I've ran into some pretty steep compatibility issues, so that's not the most ideal case. Now let me try to replicate this to the other side. Man, this is stressful. Okay, so I stand inside. And then I realized this by itself is not symmetrical. Great. So I should stand inside to place these. How did I do it the first time round? I mean, this kind of has to work, right? Right? Okay, so the lesson learned is this is stressful, this is stressful, this is stressful. I am not getting it. Help. And then I stand outside and face it. So in short, it's I stand inside and face it, I stand outside and face it. And hopefully I don't leave too much of a mess. Because man, these things can be messy. Okay, I stand inside and add these. Then I stand outside and face it. Okay, at least we got this part kind of finished. If it looks weird, please tell me, because I might be biased in doing this because I did it, so I'm biased. Please help me unbias my builds. Thank you. I'm so glad now we're doing a straight line, not a diagonal. I'm so glad, not gonna lie. Me actually feeling like yippee. To be honest, if you ask me whether my style is traditional Chinese or not, I would say that I do take inspiration from traditional Chinese architecture, but that's not everything I take inspiration from. It's just more like creating cool patterns and designs while keeping the color scheme so it kind of feels more united in a way. So far, I'm actually liking the design, so I mean, hey, I'm happy with it. And we're out of direct walls. I think we need 7 more exactly. By the way, I still don't know how this villager managed to pathfind all of their way to Upper Lithos, specifically Upper Lithos. I do have a lot of villagers that are in Lower Lithos, but hey, how high are we? 250. Why 250 exactly? That is very high. In fact, it is so high I had to change the cloud settings, because in the shaders the clouds are usually in the 200s, but I'm like, no, the clouds have to be in the 300s at least, because I don't want clouds to obstruct my sightline while I'm looking at this ginormous castle of sorts I made. No, I don't want the clouds in the way. I don't want the fog in the way. There's a lot of things that I don't want to be in the way of what I'm building right now. So all that had to change. In fact, even the build height had to change. It's just sad, the fact that my building base for the castle is a mountain that's on white 280. In fact, I had to nuke a large chunk of the mountain, fortunately with a haste beacon, to make room for the castle. And I'm like, I only have 40 blocks to build the castle. That's just sad, objectively sad. So I had to say, okay, I need the data pack that raises the build height limit to 512. Like, I tried raising it to like to 2000s, but that made my game obnoxiously laggy, so I mean, that had to change. So the compromise ended up being something around 512, and that should be reasonably enough space for me to build as a amplified builder. So this is just me being completely transparent with you about my choices and decisions. I hope that you're able to support these choices. Thank you. And even as we yap, I am in fact almost done with this part. I am trying to create a sort of more like a park style school, so that the students actually have space to find inspiration in nature, because this Royal Academy in fact is an art academy. And the reason why it's an art academy is that Lithos is known for, in fact, Lithos is actually Greek for stone. So Lithos is known for its stone art. So it means that not only do the quarry workers have to extract stone, in this case diorite, from the mountains, they have to decorate the diorite. So this is why art and inspiration is a very core aspect of a Lithian lifestyle. And of course, they need to train young artisans to know their craft. And what better way to train the craft than a Royal Academy? So this is why I've been trying to build one right now. Of course, it's going to be nice because it's royal. And I mean, this is just a visual proof that the imperial family of Lithos is in fact crazily rich. So they of course want something nice that supports their critical industry of their nation. It's how they make money, it's how they export, how they, well, get food from the other nations. I am inviting a friend to help build another civilization in the cherry grove that is happening. So we have that to look forward to, and I will get you posted on the progress we've made and how we are going to set up the trading routes. So I'm trying to nuke part of the mountain here so we can have a nicer corridor. I mean, I'm not the most happy with the fact that there's snow everywhere and it's looking as desolate as hell. In fact, it's a cold hell of sorts. So I've been usually trying to terraform it with some grass of sorts, but that's a very intense issue. In fact, I had to tear up a lot of grass in the savannah because I don't like its grass color, but more importantly, so I can have grass to transplant here, because I am going for like a habitable miracle in the winter kind style with this, and having grass is pretty important, I would say, to ensure living quality, because you want green stuff. There is a reason why of dirt, because we are in the grove here. I mean, part of it's in the frozen peaks, part of it's in the grove, part of it's in the snowy slopes. So we do have enough resources. We just need a bit of grass to spread it all. Oh, I just forgot that. No, I want snow blocks, thank you. So this should give us some more space to expand this, because hey, it looks nice and we want more of nice stuff. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And lore-wise, I am intending for... Sorry, that's a random alarm clock. Because I'm sleeping at very random hours of the day right now. Please don't copy me in that because it's not exactly healthy. There's a lot going on in my life, so there's a bit of a messy sleep schedule. Winnie 16. Let's toss some stuff in the chest. And let's make some fun stuff, shall we? Why is this misplaced? I am getting so OCD about. Yeah, it's supposed to face inside. But yeah, why is this not working then? It's getting me really OCD right now. Whatever. Let me try not to obsess over this. I just realized that I gave it the wrong pattern. Oh no. Oh no. At least we spotted it early. Yeah, it's this one. I really like the variations in basalt because they look so good from up close and from a distance. And basalt is literally dirt cheap once you have a paste beacon set up in a basalt delta. I don't exactly have a nether hub, but I would say a sort of like a base, mainly because the fastest, like, you usually don't need a basalt farm, but if you need a lot of basalt, you just go nuke a basalt delta, like, seriously. They give so much basalt, and I mean, with the little cost to durability on your pickaxe, which is inevitable even with basalt form, unless it duplicate, so it's a pretty easy way. I mean, I also like blackstone, so a basalt delta is absolutely ideal in my situation. So I do a lot of mining there, especially off camera. Well, mining is not exactly the most fun thing, so I usually do it in my own time, but just so you know, I do mine there, and that's how I get shulker boxes worth of basalt and blackstone. And to be honest, I'm going over my deep slate phase right now. I'm getting into my blackstone phase. Blackstone is more saturated, it's a bit purple, so it hints at a royalty vibe. And I just like it because it's insta-mineable with haste too, for this specific reason. Because you can't insta-mine deep slate, and deep slate is just, so these things just inconvenient to get, in my opinion. So I usually try to go for its easier alternative. after fixing my tools, I am back ready to do more progress here. Oh man, left pretty much every useful material back at townhouse. I love nether transportation so much. They really save a lot of time, especially in hilly regions, because I'm on what, like 250? My townhouse is like on like a bit more than 100. I do not want to have to climb 150 blocks every time to get up here. It's really exhausting. Let's just say it this way. I usually just go through a castle for the nether portal. No way I'm out of that. So again. Okay, they probably just tripped on something. It's a very trippy place. Let's say it this way. It's very slippery and it's very steep, very trippy and short. I'm so grateful I don't have to stop worry about attacking the microphone. Because when I attack it, it is so freaking loud. I had to manually cut off all of the microphone attacking instances. It's not a fun job, trust me. And there's another mega ravine here. I am planning to use it for the cave civilization. Massive foreshadowing here. So that there will actually be something interesting happening down there. Fastest way to remove the tree. Next, do we want it to be roofed or not? I am slightly inclined to roof this thing, but with diorite, have a sort of like a contrast to this place. I will roof it with blackstone at the nodes, but I'm just gonna use a ton of diorite for this. And I expect a bit more blackstone. So let's do this. And we can work on roofing this thing. And we can fit the top also with blackstone. Or we're gonna go with basalt. Actually, let's go with basalt because we want some variation. don't think it's dark enough. I actually like this. It's looking a bit more raw. What if we use the raw one only once in a while and normally just stick with basalt pillars? That sounds like a plan. So now we're going to first finish off with these. And connect this up. For the diagonals, ooh, that will be very tricky. Let me do the ones that are not diagonals first. Because my fail-safe plan is I'm just gonna use direct to reload my shaders. Yes, I did. For the whole thing. Nice and simple. Let's fly to bed. But they're just stuck. These guys always get themselves stuck in the oddest positions. Don't even know how Village Amplify works if there's no one who does those freaking extrications. That extrication person is usually me. I really hope there will be a village fire department, you know? It would be so helpful and amplified. That just minds their day job of placing villagers in safe positions. That would be so helpful, objectively speaking. And is the wandering trader stuck? No, he's on the roof. Great. Too many weird stuff happened here. Honestly, too many. Actually thinking we should have those. What am I thinking about the word horn? Maybe these that are up higher than the rest to create some variation inside the roof itself. That'd be fun. Since it's in the same direction, I think I can just stick with doing this. But the important thing is not to have a smooth roof of everything, is to have a roof, any roof over this thing. So, with all honesty, anything would do. It's gonna be awkward, so I'm just gonna fix it with these. The roof is so hard, so let me change up my thinking. What if it went roofless? Okay, this is so avant-garde. This is so avant-garde that I am slightly doubting my sanity right now. Ow. What if we let it just remain roofless? Let's see how good of a solution that would be, since I'm honestly curious. This releases pressure from the building by a large magnitude and really increases the pressure of the story building, aka the lower factor. What on earth happened to this place? This is hard. Honestly, I am thinking with y'all in real time right now. I am not speeding this up. I'm actually thinking. Were they replacing the roof? Were they trying to take this place down? Was it designed this way? Okay, that's really avant-garde. Were they trying to renovate the roof? Actually, that would be the easier trick, because I can just leave this part of the roof like this and leave that part of the roof like that and just explain it like they're trying to renovate it and they're trying to add a new, say, component to the roof. That would be my most straightforward explanation, and that is exactly why these two roofs look different. So yeah, let's stick with that and see how good about a presentation that would be from a distance. Because one of the things that's very difficult for me is to distance myself from this while I'm building. So we'll do this together after I finish fitting in the roofs here. Okay, I have a cobblestone craving, to make this part of the roof actually seem like worn down of sorts. I think the best way is to add some gray hues, so like it looks like the color is faded and where that it's almost bedtime. Let's search. Here we have gravel, which isn't that useful. We have stone. I don't know if we have cobblestone or not. Yes, we do have cobblestone. I'm very glad that it actually existed cobblestone here. So let's cut some cobblestone. And place it on the roof. Because these are supposed to be the beams, they should probably be intact. No, I want to use cobblestone so bad. Yes, that's much more interesting. I love leaving Easter eggs on my builds. I'm a very big Easter eggs person. You might already be able to tell. I like surprising y'all. Honestly, out of all honesty, I think we are a bit short of cobblestone. I need my deep slate. Thought I had deep slate somewhere. Let's chuck half of it in there, and I like cobble deep slate for this purpose. So let's try again. One thing I really like about building in Minecraft is you can choose to opt out at some points of the game, which is really chill. That should give it more of a exclusively Elena feel to it. The edges, snap this on. I hope it looks good because otherwise I'll be sad. Nah, I'll just switch it up. Let's go for perspective fact check. Yes, this makes sense. I would hope, honestly, that these tips were even more pointy, but yeah. I'm just gonna grab some walls. But the transition makes sense, and we might be able to actually get our hands on some scaffolding, which will be ideal. Looking for blackstone, blackstone, blackstone. That's cool. Oh dear. What was the deep slate tile? I'm not gonna try to worsen the deep slate shortage here. How many are there? Okay, this now looks like we're cooking. We actually are cooking. Yeah, it's got personality. I don't like how the beams here are exceptionally straight, because speaking from a physics point of view, they should be bent due to physics. Physics. This should make it feel more believable, hopefully. Yeah. No, this is gonna be cool. Cool stuff is happening. Next I'll figure out how to get the scaffolding ready, because I don't have any here. I guess this is an excuse to get ourselves an excursion. Back to main base. Admire the beautiful terrain. Because distant horizon or amplified just feels different. Let's go grab our string. I need to show you all how I use this more often, I feel like. Because I really like the storage system. I designed it myself. Don't think we even need this much. 12 should be sufficient since the crafting recipe is 6 bamboo and 1 string. Go to the not so automatic bamboo harvester. I need to give it proper place, like an actual bamboo forest like you would see. Also, this is a bit strange, but shouldn't there be a bamboo forest like the ones in China? And it goes everywhere. Takes forever to eat here. The lag is unbearable. That should be enough. Save some extra here. And I'll show you the updated nether hub. So I've connected Lithos. Why are you going the portal? You're not supposed to go through the portal. The nether hub connects all parts of Lithos, the townhouse, the cherry grove, the closest desert, and the end portal, the reasonably closest stronghold. That's to the farm, so there's 1 extra. It's easiest to just go to castle because that's the highest point. From there we can just elytra ourselves to wherever we need to go. Now we can get ourselves some rest and get the scaffolding ready. I need to use more scaffolding. I am gonna make a mental note to myself. Use more scaffolding. It's a cool block, yeah. Oops. What did I do? Oh crap. Thank goodness I had feather falling. That is not the most dangerous drop. There should be a way up. I have made sure that a normal drop like this can be fixed. Because these accidents happen a bit too often than I would like to admit, to be honest with y'all. Because of how complicated amplified terrain can be. So amplified terrain is fun to a certain point, to which it's just becoming a bit frustrating. But hey, at least amplified is cool and it allows me to create like very niche content, so that's nice. That's a good bonus. A few times I actually use the scaffolding block. I should use that a bit more in my city. Like, they're trying to actually fix something. Because there's quite a few out of order places. This is one of them. That should do it. We have exactly 5 extra. Let's tuck it in here in case I need to use it some future time. Yeah. That should finish this walkway. And the next part of this episode will be to build a nice gazebo, which is over there. I actually want it to be duplex, so 2 stories. Let's see how that could happen. There probably is going to be a ladder of sorts. But first, let us get the flooring done because there is no such thing as the flooring too cool. So we have the flooring done. I have perfect material for 6 ladders. Great. Congratulations, me. What was I thinking? Diorite. Oh, you know what I was thinking about? Direct walls. Like little fences that prevent you from falling off the place. Because, gosh, this geography can be dangerous. Yeah, and these could disguise as tall benches as well, which I like the ambiguity. And next, let's get this top part sorted out. I would say that we could keep the same flooring pattern since it's cool enough to be repeated. And this is the middle, right? I'm going to invert this one so I can have some variation. Basalt shortage. Yeah, basalt, and I need some blackstone walls. Basalt. Wait, we exhausted our basalt supply? No way. Okay, I think I just did. Jeez. This will warrant another trip back to the pagoda park because a lot of my actively used storage is actually here. Let's try this again. 18%. You're joking, are you? Okay, it might be almost time to go to the nether for this. I guess that will be in the to-do list for sometime soon. Again, I don't record all of my resource gathering because, you know, it's too grindy. The upper, which is close to where I want to go, but not quite. Yes, there's a cat. I don't know where it is. I only know that there is a cat. This is a hot take, but why do I strangely find the ghost sounds actually slightly cute? Let's hope that 16 basalt is enough for this. Nailed it. 18, but still. Let's hope we can finish the roof before things start to get spooky. Oh well, I guess I might as well have to go back. Who cares what a villager reset is? Just a fast way to make villagers reclaim their drop block, and no, it does not. And I tried, but it does not help me get the villagers to restock, so it's frustrating. The fence up so the lawyers don't chase after us. And we have the mini gazebo pretty much done. Do I want to add some sort of lighting? Get the windows framed. I have to arrest this for the time being. That should work as a functional gazebo. It's not the prettiest. Actually, I want to make the roof steeper. And I need black stone walls to create supports. The roof isn't that bad. We're leaving some space to hang the lanterns. Because getting the lighting right is a super important part of building. There we have it. It's pretty much tentatively done. I might raise the roof because it doesn't look steep enough. I'll do that now. You know what? Fortunately, it's only a small roof, so this is not gonna take forever. TM. I hope this looks better from the outside. Yes, it does. It still looks a bit blocky, but hey, it's a block game. It's gonna be fine. So there we have it. This episode is complete. We have done a gazebo, and we have this long walkway that looks very interesting. That's it for this episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye!